not work, I'm going to be very upset. I think we're good now. Sorry guys, welcome back. Hopefully we're good now. I don't know what was going on with my phone, but it was not functioning properly this morning. Welcome in. Hopefully this time works. For some reason, I don't know. I couldn't switch my camera. A bunch of stuff was happening on this live a few minutes ago. I don't know. I have heard that YouTube's been having some glitches lately. I didn't know if it was YouTube or if it was my camera, but we'll see. I had to redo the whole live. It wouldn't let me edit it at all. It was so weird. So welcome in. Sorry about that little glitch just a minute ago. Hopefully we are good now. Yeah, it wouldn't let me change the orientation of my video, and it wouldn't let me edit anything. It was very strange. So I had to redo the whole video. But anyhow, welcome. Happy Saturday morning, you guys. I am going to be making some little Golden Book spine charms. I'm using up some of these little Golden Book spines that I have, and we're going to be making some charms out of them. I have a new setup here at my desk, and I don't know how much I like it. I'm used to my other setup that I had. I mean, this one's more functional, I think, but I'm still just getting used to it. Let me adjust here just a little bit. I think that's good. So yeah, we're just gonna wait just a minute here before we get started. I had to reschedule the live for 8:45. It was originally for 8:30, but because my YouTube was having issues, I had to redo the whole live setting, and so we're just gonna start here in a little bit. But like I said, we are gonna be making some little Golden Book spine Halloween charms, just like this one right here. I have all of these little Golden Book spines from journals that I've made, and I've saved the spines, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with the spines. So I decided that I would make some charms out of them because I'm in a charm making mood. I've been making a lot of charms lately. Yeah, I've been making, these were ones that I made just a couple of days ago. I made these little vintage record, Halloween record charms, which I love these. I think these ones came out so cute. And I'm going to be putting these ones on my new mini journals that will be going in my Etsy shop. I've been working away trying to get all of this stuff done. I have so much stuff going on. I have another project that I'm doing, a Beetlejuice project that I'm doing in collaboration with Indiana Jones. And that I'm getting ready to be posted for tonight, to go live tomorrow. And so yeah, lots of stuff happening. So hopefully I can see chats. If somebody wants to just say hello when they get in here, just so that I know my chats are working. We're gonna get started in just a minute. I'm gonna go over the supplies really quickly that I'm using for this little project. Obviously I'm using little Golden Book spines. I have quite a few of them. I just grabbed a few that I have. I have like a stack of them that I've saved. I haven't gotten rid of them. Whenever I make a journal with little Golden Books, I cut the spines off and I save the spines. I've made bookmarks out of them before, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. So today we're going to be making charms out of them, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So obviously you're going to need some little Golden Book spines. Now, I was thinking that I could also do this project with the spines to my crayon and marker boxes, which I use crayon and marker boxes for mini journals as well. Hello, welcome in Willard from West Virginia. Hello, Lunda. Hello. Glad I'm seeing comments. All right, good. I'm glad I'm seeing comments. So anyhow, yeah, I made some Crayola marker journal books. I actually did that in one of my art craft classes for the elementary school that I teach at. So I have some spines from the Crayola markers, and then I also had some spines from the Crayola crayons because I did little mini journals, a little Christmas mini journal. So I figured you could probably do the same technique with the spines from the crayon boxes as well. But that was just an idea I had. I kind of keep them all together, and I was like, oh, I'll just grab all of them. But we're going to be doing the spines from the little golden books today. So you're going to need the spines. Let me find a place to set these out of the way. Some other things I have some Halloween charms. These are just random little Halloween charms. These, I think I got these last year from like either Temu or Shein, one of those places. I ordered a bunch of like crafting stuff. So this is just random Halloween charms. I have some little findings, like some little jump rings, some little lobster claw clasps. I have some little bulb safety pins. I also have my crafting glue, my FabriFix crafting glue. This is the glue that I use a lot. And then I have some Rub and Buff. This is the antique gold Rub and Buff. So that is pretty much what you're going to need. Also, you're going to need a razor blade of some sort or a very sharp knife. And then I also have a metal edged ruler, which I like to use my metal edged ruler whenever I'm cutting stuff like this because it helps be very precise. Okay, so it's 8:46. We're just going to get started. If you are just hopping in, welcome in. We're making little golden book spine charms today. I know, seriously, can you believe it? I literally cannot believe that it's like tomorrow's September. Like, I don't understand where the time is going. I don't have enough time in a month. I have so much going on and not enough time to do all the stuff that I have planned. All right, so first of all, I want to show you, before we do any putting together, I want to show you how I get the spines ready to use. So here's what the spines look like after I've cut them off of a little golden book. So basically what I do is the little golden books are held together by two staples. You can see the two staples right here. So what I usually do on these little staples is I will pry them open and then get the spine open like as much as I can. I try not to ruin the gold portion of the spine. And if you're gonna like pull the staples out, you do end up ruining the gold portion of the spine. So what I do is I just try to pry the book open as much as I can. And by doing that, I'm prying those staples open on the back. And then what I'll do is I'll cut off my front and back cover. And when I cut off my front and back cover, I try not to hit the gold. So that way I can have this piece right here left over at the end. And then I'll use the front and back covers in my journals and I'll, make my own binding. You have a birthday? Me too. When's your birthday? Oh no. That's not good. You need to like cleanse your soul out. My birthday's in November too. I'm a Sagittarius. So anyhow, once you get your spine like this and your front and back covers cut off of your spine, now you have something to work with. So now what I do is I go in with, I have these little wire clips here. These are like great. They're small. I think I got these on Amazon. I have the wire clips, and I also have the little pliers, like the little needle nose pliers. If I can find these on Amazon, I will link these in the description of the video when the video is over. But these are great. I use these all the time, and I like that they're a smaller size. Anyhow, I'm taking these little wire clips and I'm gonna get as close to my paper as possible, and I just kind of cover it so that when I clip it, the little ends of the little ends of the staple don't go flying. So I'm just clipping these staples as close to the paper as possible. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of, if it's poking up a little bit, because we're gonna fold these back over again when we make the charms, but just as long as the majority of that is clipped off. So I just clip all of those like that. I get all of that little staple ends out. And now we're gonna be able to close our old spine like that. But before we do, I want to clean up these edges here because I don't want any of the previous book page showing. So this is where your metal ruler and your razor blade come in handy. So all I do is I line up my metal ruler right with the edge of that gold from the spine, and then I take my razor blade and I just carefully cut off as much of that original book cover as I can get.
You know what? I don't need to burn.
Sometimes you got to go over it a few times to get like that inside piece cut. There. So yeah, I just clean up those edges as best as I can from the original book cover. You're on the 17th. I'm the 25th. I'm a Thanksgiving baby. Yeah, Sean is the 24th. I'm the 25th. And my sister is the 26th. So we all end up sharing a birthday at Thanksgiving. We've never had birthdays of our own. Well, at least maybe I did when I was little. But now as an adult, we share. My razor blade might be getting dull because it does not want to cut this last little piece off. All right, so that's how I clean up my spine, just like that. I am reading the chat. I have it right next to me. It might be on a delay. That's why I don't respond right away. It might be on a delay. Usually it is a delay because I use Streamlabs, and I know there is a delay with Streamlabs. So that's why. I have my chat right next to me so I can see what you guys are saying. It just doesn't pop up right away. Okay, so here's my spine. Unicorn themed birthday parties? Yes. All right, so once you get your spine like this, now you can figure out how big or how small you want your charms to be. So I'm gonna use this one right here since I've been already working on this one. I decided that I want my little charm pieces to be about 1.5 inches in length. So basically what I did was I just went down and measured an inch and a half, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll just cut these off. The only issue that you're gonna have is because we didn't pull that staple out on that one side, we just cut the edges off. You wanna make sure you're not cutting or trying to cut through the center of that staple. Make sure you're cutting to one side or to the other side of the staple. It's okay if the staple still stays in there, because like I said, when we close it shut, you're never gonna know that staple is still in there, and then it just protects the integrity of the gold foil. So basically I will just mark this an inch and a half, and then I'll cut off a piece. Like an inch and a half right here. I'll do the same thing on the other side so I know I have a straight line. Inch and a half. And then I'll make a quick little mark. You don't really have to do the mark, but I'm just gonna do a quick little mark, and then I'm gonna go ahead and, just like I did before, I'm gonna just cut through these layers with my knife like that. All right, so now I have my little piece like this to make my charm. Super, super easy. And then what we're gonna do is you can do one of two things. Now, if you are gonna be punching a hole through this for the holes, as you can see, I have 2 holes that I punch in mine. I punch one in the bottom and one in the top. However, if you have a hole puncher, like a very tiny, tiny hole puncher, you can use the hole puncher, but I would punch the holes before you glue this shut. So you're gonna punch your holes here and then here. So you'd punch 4 holes. However, I don't have one of those little tiny hole punches. So I'm gonna be using my awl, which is right here. And this is the one that I use when I punch the holes through the spines when I'm, you know, doing the spines of my journals or books or whatever. Ennui. It's a French word for boredom that I learned from Inside Out. I still haven't watched that movie. I have not watched that movie yet. Oops. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, since I don't have one of those little tiny hole punchers, I'm going to glue this little piece together first. And I'm using my FabriFix glue. These take a little bit to dry, not a long time, but because it's thick and the air can't really get to it that well, they do take a little bit of time to dry. So I just put a good amount of FabriFix in there. And then I will just close this shut. Hold on, I want to just close up my glue. Yeah, you're just gonna pinch that shut just like that. And wipe off the excess glue if it spews out the edges. Just like that. Now it will stick shut fairly quick because this glue works fairly quick. But what happens is if you're trying to punch your holes through with an awl, sometimes it will move back and forth depending on, you know, if you put a lot of that glue in there. So I just give it a couple of minutes, you know, to let it set before I punch any holes. So there we go. Got that all done. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm taking a little bit of my rub and buff. This stuff I use all the time. I'm using the antique gold for the gold color of there's 2 different color spines usually with little golden books. There is the gold and then there is silver. All right, and here is the silver. Let me see if I have a silver one. Both of these, see, here's a silver spine. So depending on what color spine you have, these little rub and buffs work really good for hiding anything on these spines. So I am using the gold, and I'm just going to use a little sponge. Don't want too much of it. A little goes a long way of this, so let me do the edges. And then the bottom. Now, also, I forgot to mention this. If your edges are rough at all, you can take a little nail file or a piece of sanding paper and sand them down. But if you have a really good cut, you really don't need to do that as long as your cut is good and smooth. All right, so there is my little bit of gold that I put all over front and back. Let me fix this. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch my holes. This should be dry enough to punch my holes now. Let me grab a piece of cardboard so I'm not punching right into my mat. Sorry guys, trying to find some small piece of little piece of cardboard here, and I cannot find what I did with it. I was just using it to, oh, I found it. All right, here it is. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so I have a little piece of cardboard. I wanted the cardboard to punch the holes in it because I don't want to punch with my awl right down into my mat. So I'm using a little bit of cardboard underneath it. And basically, I'm just going to punch a little hole very close to the top. I don't want it too far in because I want my little jump rings to fit. So I'm going to do maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 1/4 of an inch. And I'm just gonna use my awl to just kind of push that hole right through. You can see it kind of pushes a little hole. I just kind of twist it back and forth until it gets all the way through. You can kind of see a little indentation. Don't wanna go too far or too hard with it because I don't wanna rip it. But I just want to punch a hole through the top and the bottom. So this is probably the most monotonous part of this little project, is getting the holes through. But as long as you're patient with it, it will work out pretty good. All right, this one is just about through. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there's a little hole at the top, and I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Just a little hole, punch a little hole through the bottom. That's why I say if you have a hole punch, it is easier with a hole punch. You're just punching the little tiny holes. I used to have one. I don't know what happened to it since I moved. I have no idea where it went. Okay. That should work. So I got hole top and bottom. And now I want to take some little jump rings. I have two different sizes. I have these ones right here, which are a little bit bigger. These ones are probably like 1/4 inch jump rings. Yeah, they're probably about 1/4 inch jump rings. I'm just going to open them up. And we'll slide one through one side. And then I'm going to put... Actually, before I put that on, I'm going to do... Let's close this one up. I'm just going to close this top one, because this one I'm going to use for the clasp at the top. Another pair of pliers. There we go. So we have one little jump ring. I don't know if you can see here. We have one little jump ring at the top. So this will go where the clasp is, and then I'm going to keep the other one open for now, and we're going to do a little bulb safety pin to go through that one. But I want to decorate my little safety pin here first. So I have some larger charms. These are the larger charms that I don't usually have anything to really use the larger charms on. I typically use the smaller charms, so I figured the larger charms might work better on these, since these are a little bit bigger of a charm. So I am going to put my little clothespin, or not clothespin, put my little bulb safety pin on, and then I'm going to find a few little beads that I want to use. So I'm going to do green. Let's do like a Halloween green apple color. We'll do a couple different greens. And how about a little gold? So I got 3 little beads on there, and then we'll put, what should we put? The skull, the hand, or the spider? Maybe the spider? Yeah, let's do the spider. I'm just gonna put the spider. Will this one fit? No, that one won't fit. Some of them fit, some, yeah, the skull fits. The spider, for some reason, the little opening isn't big enough. All right, so then we're just gonna close it up. And then we have the bottom portion of our little charm right there, which is very cute. This one I just realized doesn't have a little hook at the top. All right, so now we're gonna take our little lobster claw clasp. These little clasps came in a box from Amazon with all kinds of like jewelry findings in it. They had a couple different kinds of clasps. They had little jump rings. They had little, like the little fabric claws that open and close to like attach to fabric. All right, so we're gonna put a little jump ring, another little jump ring, and we're gonna attach that jump ring to the one that I put through the spine. And then we're gonna just take our clasp and we're gonna close this right up. Whoops. There we go. So now we have our clasp and our cute little charm. So pretty easy to make. I'm just gonna make a few of these. But these are gonna go on probably some of my upcoming journals. I have a few journals that I'm making, some mini journals for Halloween. I've made a few of them already. This is the one that I kind of used as my sample. I showed this in a reel last night, but this is one of my little mini journals, and this is made out of a little mini Skittles drink pouch box. So I got a bunch of different ones, and I laminated all the covers, the front and back covers, and then I turned it into a little journal, a little Halloween journal, which I thought was very fun. I liked the bright colors of it. So I was thinking that I could probably use some of these charms maybe in some of the other ones that I made. All right, so this one I already did, or I should say I already did the rub and buff around the edge. So let's put this one together. Again, when you're doing the holes, be mindful of where your staple was, because you don't want to punch through or try to be punching through the staple, which I think my staple is just on this side, but I'm just going just to the side of where the staple is. You only need the hole big enough for that little jump ring to fit through. So it doesn't have to be a big hole. Just a little hole will work. That's perfect. Okay. There's another one. Okay, let's see. I need a couple more of the silver jump rings. There. Do I need anything else? No, I think I have everything else. But this is just a good use of those scrap pieces that you can't find anything else to do with them. I like to just save my stuff. I don't like to get rid of everything because I end up finding uses for it later on. And let's do this. What other beads do I have in here? I like this color. I don't know if that one's gonna fit. That's not gonna fit on there though. Maybe we could do another, how about green and black? I wanted to do purple. Oh, let's do purple. Some of these won't fit on here. That's the only problem. I'm limited to what beads fit on my little bulb hook. Well, I guess it's gonna be green and orange, a combination of green and orange, because I cannot get the purple beads to fit. Whoops. Oh, so you know what? I wanted to put this through this first. Let's put this through. It helps if you put the little bulb pin through first and then bead it. And then put your charm on. That's what I've found. I've found if you do it like that, it attaches much easier than if you try to do it and then put it through the little golden book spine. Hello, Irma. How are you doing? Happy weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend. A long weekend. We are actually having a barbecue. I shouldn't say a barbecue because we're not having a barbecue. We're having a cookout. We're having a cookout tomorrow. We're going to the beach in the morning and then we're having a cookout in the afternoon with family. And it should be fun. We haven't done that in a long time. We used to do it a lot in New York, but I feel like since we've been down here, it's so hot to cook outside. Nobody wants to cook out, but we are cooking out today. You hate to see summer end. I'm actually really looking forward to summer ending, being here. I like this time of year weather-wise. The weather is like, this is when it starts to get nice. This time of year. Like now through Christmas is like my favorite weather here. The spring is pretty good too, but it's been really hot this year. So anyhow, there's another one. There's another one of those little charms, dangle charms. There's 3 so far. All right, this one. I want to go check out the Halloween store today. The Halloween store just opened up and I want to go check it out. Jameson loves to go and like put his foot on all of the little like sensors or the little buttons that make all of the Halloween animatronics move. So we like to go do that. You hate the humidity, but you love summer. It's my first time experiencing these weather changes. Oh, it was freezing there. You know, it's so funny because it got cold here too. It never gets freezing cold, but it got cold enough where we had to wear like, you know, heavy sweatshirts or not really winter jackets, but a jacket if you're going out. But it wasn't cold like I'm used to cold. So like, I guess that's the thing. Like, I just hate those freezing cold, like, you can't go out without bundling up in 100 different layers. That's what I don't like. And I don't miss like having to scrape your windshield down and like heating up your car for 10 minutes before you go out into your car. Like, I don't miss any of that. Not at all. All right, so this one's a little long. Should I make a short one or a long one? Because I have my, I can't cut through my staple because my staple is right here. So it's either I make a long one and just use this whole piece, or I cut it in like almost in half and make a little short one, make 2 short ones. I think I'm gonna make 2 short ones because that way I get 2 more out of this. I don't think I'm cutting into, what am I cutting into? I'm not cutting into anything. There. All right, now I have two more. So 3 altogether that I can make out of 1 spine. So 1 spine will get you 3 1.5 inch and then 2 like 1 inch. So like 6 charms from 1 spine, which is pretty good. All right, let me glue these shut. Right now, New York and West Virginia are freezing. I haven't talked to any of my New York friends like in a while, so I don't know what the weather's like up there. You're never happy with extreme hot or cold. No, I get it. I get it. It's very hard to find that perfect place that's like nice weather all the time. I mean, I've been across the country and been to many places, and there wasn't many places where I could actually say, oh, I would love to live because it's perfect weather here all the time. Like the desert gets too hot. Like the mountains, like the Rocky Mountains and like up in like Utah and up in that area gets really cold. And then up north in New England, it gets really cold and it just stays cold for so long. I feel like Florida is like the one place where I'm content, because even when it does get cold, it's not that cold. And I don't mind the hot heat. So that doesn't bother me. So I guess Florida is it for us. I think like we always say like we're the most comfortable here out of all the places we've been. I don't know about any of you, but I'm still in my pajamas this morning. I was just like, I'm going to get up and do some crafting. I actually have to finish a video. I have a video that's halfway done. I need to finish it and get editing it because it needs to get posted. But sometimes I just want to craft and do like odds and end things. Sometimes I don't necessarily want to do what's on my agenda, but I know I need to. I had like a huge list of stuff to do this week, and I got pretty much everything done with the exception of this one thing. And I've been working on it. It's one of those things that like, I'm kind of like the type of person where if it's not something I really want to do, like I just want to like, I don't know, I procrastinate sometimes, and I shouldn't, because it's not a hard project. It's just, it isn't what's on the forefront of my mind. You're in your night clothes too. I think the majority of the people watching this morning probably are. If they're on the East Coast. Well, actually, if they're on the East or West Coast. All right. There's that. Get some more of my rub and buff. I'm running out of rub and buff here. Yeah, so that's our plans for the weekend. We're kind of just maybe hanging around, maybe going to the Halloween store today. Just doing some projects around the house. We're still kind of finishing up our bathroom. Our bathroom's almost done. We have just minor stuff to do to finish it. And, you know, we've got our toilet in, we have our tub and shower all in, our floors all in, all the plumbing and everything's done. We just have like odds and ends. We still need to finish our crown molding and do that kind of thing. So we might work on that today. It'd be nice to have that bathroom finally like completely finished. We still need to do, we need to put our trim in around our window. We put a new window in. So there's some stuff that we need to do. But we've been kind of just doing a little bit here and there, like in between work. But the next project is going to be our kitchen. And I'm not looking forward to that because the kitchen in our house is like kind of like the main area that we, you know, gather. And we're in the kitchen and like kitchen and living room, because it's kind of like an open concept kitchen, living, and dining room, and I just am not looking forward to like ripping that all apart. Not at all. Not at all looking forward to that. All right, so I need to get a couple more beads, I think, because I wanted to do, maybe I'll grab some black beads. I really wanted to do purple. I was hoping that I was going to get a purple, like a purple colored one done. But those purple beads that I have are not, they're not big enough. Unless, oh, I was gonna say I could do another dangle on top with a purple bead. Yeah, well, we eat out a lot anyhow. We eat out a lot anyhow. But yeah, I know. I mean, so we have like our outdoor, like we have a lanai and we have a griddle out there, so we can, and we cook on the griddle a lot anyhow. So we could always cook on the griddle. But it's just like, we're going to have to move the refrigerator. We're going to have to take all the food out of the pantry. We're going to have to like, all of our, like, I have so many pots and pans and cooking things and dishes and stuff like that, that it's all going to have to like come out of the kitchen and at least go into like the dining room or something. So everything is going to just be piled up everywhere. I just know how it is. Whenever we do any kind of project like that, like, you're just living in like chaos until it's done, which sometimes drives me nuts, but it has to be done. So there's no working around it. It's got to be done. It's like, we honestly should have done that. That should have been one of our first projects we did, but we were so busy doing other houses that this house kind of just got put on the back burner. All right, let me get more beads. I need more beads. All right, I want a purple. See if I can find a purple that will fit. This one might. That one might. Let me see if this one fits. Yeah, that one will fit. All right, good. That one will fit. So let me put this in here. Do you have any tiny purple beads? I'll do a little gold bead. How about a couple gold? Maybe purple and orange. Purple and orange might be cute. And then I have a little tiny purple, maybe somewhere. These little seed beads are usually too small, but I'm gonna try it. If I can get one on my finger here. There we go. Perfect. Popped off and it's rolling down my floor somewhere. Oh, I gotta put the other charm on. What did I have? Oh, I wanted a spider or spider web, but I think that one's too big. Let's see, I don't think this one's gonna fit. No, that one's not gonna fit. Did that one already. What a spider web. That one will fit. Do I have too many? I think I have too many. Yep, got too many on. I gotta take one off. Gotta take one off. Let's see. Let's take the gold off. I want to keep the orange and the purple. want to do black too, so let me grab a black bead while I'm right here. To dig for my beads. I reorganized all my beads because I have so many, so I have to like dig for these little tins. I like these iridescent ones. That might be cute. Maybe. Oh, I like this one. Take those two. Okay. Here's a jump ring. This in the top. It will be good to use up some of these scraps so I don't have to store as many of them. Come on. There's another one. All right, so now I just have the two little ones to do. Just the two little ones. Did I? I don't think so. I think I'm still live. It looks like I'm still good. Why, did you lose it in there? That's weird. Jameson's still on too. So does anybody have any plans for the weekend? Yeah. It's still on. No, I mean, it's on both my iPad and my phone, so. We have been having internet issues here since we had that storm. I don't know if it had anything to do with the storm, but it's just a coincidence that all of a sudden we're having all these internet issues. Hello, Joni. Welcome in. Yeah, we've been having internet issues since that big storm that we had. Like a month, was it a month ago? A few weeks ago? Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, Sean's been having issues out in his office. Whoops. Sean's been having issues in his office, and we've been like losing connection like in the house. But I'm pretty sure that all of our direct lines to the house are underground. So I'm wondering if it had something to do with like all the rain and flooding we got. Who knows? I don't know. All right. I think I got my holes punched in those little ones. Yeah, the hardest part of this whole project is punching the holes through these double layers of the spine. That's the hardest part. If you have an awl though, it's pretty, you know, you can do it. But I think one of those little tiny punchers might work better. But, all right, I need more. Actually, for these little ones, I think I'm going to use little charms, not big charms. I have so many of the big charms. I find like I don't use these big charms as much. I have so many of them. I use the little charms a lot, but these big ones, they're bulky and they take up space. So here's a little pumpkin. That's cute. Let's use that one. Oh, I like this one though. I think I like this one better. Yeah, there's a little jack-o'-lantern. Let's use that one. And then let's use, what else do I have in here? A little skull, maybe? Or a key. Key might be cute. Let's use the little key. All right, let's use those. And that will do it. And I need just 2 more of these. And I do need to grab a couple more of the jump rings. 2 more of those. Two of those. And do I have any? I have 1 of those. And 1 of those. All right, what is the matter with this one? That one's not good. There. All right. Hey, Sean, do you want to turn the AC down a little bit? I feel like it's getting warm in here. I don't know why I've been dropping everything lately. Like the past couple of days, I've been so clumsy. I've been dropping things and like, I don't know how many times I've dropped my beads and like spilt them all over the floor. I've been very clumsy lately. I don't know what my deal is. Did I miss anything? Had to help your hubby with something? No, all we're doing is I'm putting the little jump rings in the top holes. I punched 2 holes on each one of the top and bottom of our spines. And then I put little jump rings in the top. And then I'm going to add another little jump ring with a lobster claw clasp to the top. It's hard to, I don't know if you guys are even seeing me do this because they're so tiny. I don't know how well see what I'm saying? I'm like dropping stuff. I'm so clumsy lately. Right. Pinch it shut. All right, so yeah, then I'm just adding the little clasps on the tops. I'm just trying to do both of these kind of at the same time, because these are my last two that I'm doing. So I will, when this live is over, I am going to link in the description of the video all of the little supplies that I've been using to make these. So that way, if you want to grab them off Amazon, you'll be able to grab all the little supplies. Most of the stuff comes in like a little kit that has like the clasps, the jump rings, like everything included in it. Yeah. No, I'm not dropping big stuff. I'm just dropping little stuff. I'm just like clumsy. All right. Now let's see. Let's do, I wanted to do an all black one. Let's do black. All right, here, let's go through. So I had mentioned earlier that it's easier if you're making these to put your bulb safety pin through first and then put your beads on afterwards. So I'm going to put one bead on. I'm going to do black, I think. Black and silver or black and clear. And then I will put my charm on. Hopefully the charm, does this one fit? Yes, it does. So put my charm on and then close up the clasp here. Oops. There we go. So there's our little charm. Very cute. They kind of look like earrings, don't they? I bet you could make earrings out of these if you wanted to. But that is one of the shorter ones. What? Like the name of something? Yeah. All right, and then let's do, I really wish this one would fit on here, but I don't think it's gonna, no, it's not gonna fit. Let's just do another orange and green maybe. Oops, forget. Put this through first. Orange. Green. See? Drop. Drop, drop, drop. Orange. And then we'll put the key on this one. There's another one. That one's cute. I like that one. I like that little key. Yeah, so they're easy to make. A good use of using up your spines from your little golden books. I just happen to do Halloween themed ones right now because I have a lot of Halloween stuff going on. And I thought these ones would go good in my little Halloween journals that I'm doing. But you obviously could do like any kind of theme. You don't have to do Halloween. You could do, you know, you could use all kinds of other types of beads as well. You could actually add on to these as well. If you wanted to do another dangle, you could add on some more jump rings to the bulb pin and then do like another strand of beads on them. So almost like multiple strands of beads off of the one. But yeah, you could be super creative. So just another idea on how to use up some of those scraps. All right, so I am hopping off. It's been just over an hour since we've been live. And if we do go to the Halloween store today, I might do a live at the Halloween store. We will see. Hope you guys have a good weekend and happy Labor Day. And be on the lookout for tomorrow, the 1st, I am included in a collaboration with Indiana Jones, and we're going to be doing a Beetlejuice themed, or she's doing a Beetlejuice themed collaboration. So we all have Beetlejuice themed projects that we're doing. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be posting to my page, or I'll be posting to my channel about that. So have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you very soon. Take care.